The free contour tool is used to create a non-standard shaped hole or cavity on a panel using DXF imports. In order to insert a non-standard shape onto your panel, you need a single closed contour in a DXF file. In order to demonstrate how to use the free contours tool, I will create an octagonal shaped hole on our sample panel, followed by a star-shaped cavity near the bottom of the panel. I will begin by selecting the Free Contours tool near the top of the screen. I then click on the panel where I want to position my octagonal shape, lining it up with the reference points of the other surrounding objects. This brings up the Free Contour Properties window. Now, I can either select a DXF file that I have used before from the DXF File drop-down menu, or I can import a new DXF file by hitting the Import button, which is what I will do. This is much like opening a file, so I find the folder that I have my DXF file saved in. Then, find the DXF file that I would like to import. Once I select my DXF file, a preview of my shape appears in the preview window. Looking at the preview, I notice that the corners of my octagon are not very sharp. To fix this, I go down to the Cutter tool, which is currently set to use a 3mm tool. As I change to a smaller tool, the interior angles get sharper. I can now hit OK, and my octagonal hole will be placed on my panel. Next, I will insert a star-shaped cavity centered along the bottom of our panel. With the Free Contour tool still selected, I choose the Origin option that allows me to position an object based on a corner of the panel. I then scroll over the bottom perimeter of the panel and click on the blue Origin box that appears. This will bring up the Free Contour Properties window. Again, I push the Import button to the right of the DXF File drop-down menu and find the DXF file that I would like to use. As you can see in the preview window, the star is at an angle. To fix this, I change the rotation until the star is at the angle that I would like. I can now change the sharpness of the corners by changing the Cutting tool. The smaller the tool I use, the sharper the interior corners will be. Lastly, I check the As Cavity box. Front Panel Designer then asks me for the desired depth of my cavity. It is important to consider the thickness of the panel, because I must leave a minimum of 0.5 millimeter of panel in order to maintain a smooth surface on the other side of the panel. I am working with a 4mm panel, so I select a depth of 2 millimeters, which leaves plenty of panel remaining. With that, my star-shaped cavity is complete. Pressing OK will center the star on the bottom of the sample panel. Using the arrow keys, I move the star up to the desired location. I have now created an octagonal-shaped hole, as well as a star-shaped cavity on our sample panel.